What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this is I'm going to make your Hello Neighbor pre-alpha neighbor house. This is a new version. This version is so much better than the old one. The old one was garbage. Here it is. I definitely like this one. It's a pretty long tutorial also because I do a lot. Like, I do the entire exterior. The interior will probably be 1 or 2 parts. I'm not sure. We'll see how it ends up going. But, yeah, there's some stuff about the interior and some other stuff at the beginning, so I'd watch the beginning part. So, yeah, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space needed is a 43 by 43. Now, that does not include the fence, which I'm going to show you how to make. The fence adds, hold on, 8 more at the front, 5 at the left, 3 at the back, and 4 at the right. Which gives you, 40, wait, no, that's wrong, it's not 40. 52 across, and 54 front to back. You do need some materials. The materials we need to start off are brick block, cyan concrete, oak planks, black stained glass panes, birch doors. This is an awkward thing. Hold on, I have so many notes and so many images, it's not even funny. Unless you find it funny, then it might be funny. We'll go oak stairs, oak slabs, oak fence, and we'll just go, I guess, black stained glass blocks. Give or take, that might change. Before I start, also, if you are interested in these tutorials, which if you aren't, I don't know why you'd be here, listen to this part because this is important, and I am not answering comments about this. For interiors, early prototype has an interior. I have the interior made. It is in revived. This obviously will be in revived update 1.1 or whatever we're going to call it, version 1.1, I don't know what we're calling it. This will be public. This does not apply to this. However, some of them I'm likely going to do membership interiors and public exteriors. It's just depending on how the membership thing goes. If it flops, and I might just not do them at all. I'm not sure. Because I don't want to wait like 4 months and then do the early prototype interior out of nowhere and be like, hi, it's here now, guys. But this one will have a public interior. That is not a concern. Alpha 1 is a concern right now, according to my list. And then there's a few others, which I don't remember what they are. But, you know, there's more. Anyway, starting from front left-hand corner of your 43 by 43 good cough a minute. Again, don't forget about the fence doesn't count for this. You want to count right by 5 and back by 3, and going back you want to place, good start, 9 brick blocks. Bring that whole left row of 9 up with 13 rows of cyan concrete. And then, yeah, they'll start us over the wall. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. I have a lot of notes. I'm prepared. I'm scared when we're going to get to some of the complex ones. Because I think this is going to be in one swig, this video. I don't think I'm splitting up the exterior of this. Interior might be 2. Just depends. Well, I'd like to keep it 1, but we'll see. Come back to the front, and what we're going to do is you want to count right by 7. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. From that front block, and you want to place a brick block. Bring it back by 3, and then bring that little row of 4 also up by 13. Like so. This shouldn't be too hard. It's a little bit wonky, but it's not hard necessarily. I just got to get my math right. Now, at the center, you want to place... Oh, frick. I need to make sure that the garage is actually 3 tall, because I don't want to make a mistake this early on. Okay, it is. So you want to count out to the 5th... No. 4th cyan concrete, 5th block. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. And you want to connect this together with cyan concrete. Bring that up with... Hold on, I'm going to count this. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2... 1, 2... Let me just actually count it. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back and forth a little bit to start here. This is just weird because this is covering it. So it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you want to go up with 3 rows of cyan concrete. Or no, 2 additional rows, so 3 total is what you have. Sorry, 2 additional, so it's 3 total. There you go. And then going left to right or right to left on top of that doesn't actually matter. You want to play cyan concrete, 4 black stained glass panes, and cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. Place a row of cyan concrete on top. Left to right or right to left on top of that does not matter. Or actually, no, it does matter. Left to right, you want to play cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, 2 black stained glass panes, cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. Okay, that is how that lines up. I'm just dumb. And then place 2 rows of cyan concrete on top. Just for reference, you'll have a lot of this, kind of the 1 and the 2 next to each other. Those are the 3 1x2s simultaneously very close together. That's what I normally do. There's actually a area where I didn't do that because I had the space. But, yeah, I didn't have the space here. So, yeah, we're going to leave the garage open, and we'll worry about that later. Coming right from the back right block, this one right here on the right side of the garage, you want to place 3 brick blocks, 2 oak planks, and then 3 brick blocks. Bring either oak plank up with a birch door, and you want to take the far left brick block here, and you want to bring it up with 20 cyan concrete. Now, the top 7, you don't have to do all of them, but I'm going to do all of them just because it makes it easier. You want to bring the top ones each left by 2. And then this will kind of give you a weird overhang, and that's fine. That's what you want. Next row over, going right, you just want to place going vertically up. Vertically up, that's great. Cyan concrete, 2 black stained glass panes, and then just a lot of cyan concrete. Should be 17, although I'm not counting it, so don't quote that. No, it would be, because it's 3 plus 17 is 20. Next row over, you want to place 16 cyan concrete, birch door, and then 2 black glass. Next row over on top of the birch door, you want to place... We're actually going to stop there for now. Will we? You can actually bring the right 2 rows. Don't go that third one. That third one's lying to you. These 2 just to the right of the door you want to bring up with 20 cyan concrete as well. I guess the left 2 of the right 3. That makes sort of sense. You can also bring it left a row. With more cyan concrete, that right side, so it's almost connected. And then you want to place... Do I have that number written down? I feel like I would. So now what you want to do above this left birch door is you want to, going up, place 4 cyan concrete, 2 black stained glass panes, cyan concrete, 2 black stained glass panes, 5 cyan concrete, birch door, and then 2 black glass. So just so to confirm, the windows on the garage should line up with the windows on that section right there. And then this is where things get a little bit annoying. So you see these doors are off-centered. They're supposed to be off-centered. You want to take the cyan concretes below each birch door here, and you want to bring them out with 2 upside-down oak slabs. Bring these slabs right by 1 and left by 2. And then surround the outside of those with an oak fence. So that balcony is centered on this, but the doors aren't. It's really annoying. I don't know. I don't make the models. I just make the builds. But it is annoying. Now, come to the right brick block, the one that we didn't touch, and we did not touch this intentionally, because then that would actually make that those doors centered, and they're not. Bring this brick block here forward by 2, forward diagonally to the right by 2, right by 5, back diagonally to the right by 2, and then we'll stop there. We're not going to bring that back, because that's going to kind of get covered, and it's going to do some weird things. You can take the... Hold on. You can take all that, or you can take the left and the right cyan concrete, so the diagonals included. So basically, these here, and you want to bring them up by 9, including that block. So that would be 1. With cyan concrete, I should say. I should probably add that. I was just confirming I had that number right. I thought it was 9. I'm pretty sure I should have had that written down, actually. Yeah, I did have that written down, so that number's right. Good to know. How the struggles. Too busy looking at the images to check my actual notes. Then what you want to do is in the middle here, you want to place going up a row of cyan concrete across, just on top of the middle bricks. 2 rows of black stained glass panes. Row of cyan concrete. And then that weird thing again, so left to right on top of this, place black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, 2 black stained glass panes. Copy that row one more time. Row of cyan concrete, and then on top of that, 2 rows of black stained glass panes, and then stop there for now. Act 3 style. That kind of looks like Act 3. Now, from that second diagonal, let me confirm this number real quick. Okay, cool. On the 5th cyan concrete up on this diagonal here, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, you want to take this and you want to bring it right by... Let me actually just count this. You want to bring it right by 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. And then we're not going to bring it back at all. Is it actually... Because it does overhang by 2. Just confirming. Going right to left on top of that, you want to place 2 cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, 2 cyan concrete, 4 black stained glass panes, and then a cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. Then place 2 rows of cyan concrete on top. The next row, place 2 cyan concrete, is going right to left again. Black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, and then bring it all the way left until you touch this side over here. So it's going to be 13, like so. Copy that row one more time. Then after that, you want to place a row of cyan concrete on top. Just like that. Then going right to left, place 7 cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, then the rest of the row wants to be cyan concrete. Now, if you want, you can, just so we know, actually, those are too tall, which I don't think there is a window that's 1 block tall, but whatever. Copy that row one more time, except leave the corners, or the end cyan concretes off. Do not place them, like this, kind of. And that looks a little strange, but it'll work out later in our favor. I'm going to quickly bounce over, and we're going to do the porch, just so I can get rid of some materials, because we need stripped oak wood in a second here, so let's just, you know, settle this. So in this little kind of crevice, back in this whole door area, you want to bring going out 4 rows of oak planks. Then off of the left, you want to play, or going left or right in front of that place, 3 brick blocks, 2 oak planks, and then 2 brick blocks, sorry. Bring each of these oak planks forward with an oak stair. Bring each brick block up with an oak fence, and then at the left, go back 1, and then bring the corner oak fences up by 2. I guess the far left and far right, like that. Clear inventory, or no, don't clear inventory, sorry. Get rid of your oak fence and get out stripped oak wood. Sorry if you cleared your inventory, or stripped oak log, it actually doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't. So what you want to do is you want to take this underhang, or this overhang section, this is not an underhang, and you want to bring it back with 5 rows of cyan concrete, only the bottom. Just for now, some of it will be more, but this is just to kind of get a base understanding. Like so. From the front right-hand corner, this block here, you want to count inward diagonally to the left, and I guess back by 1, and you want to place going down to the ground stripped oak, wood, or logs, whichever you chose. Like so. It's literally the only actual support that goes to the ground on this. Kind of crazy. Now let me check this. Yes, okay. Take this brick block here, and you want to bring it back by 6. Then bring it right by 8. And then you can go back by, I think, 8 as well. No, 7. Oh, of course, that was the last side that I took an image of, the one that I'm starting with, the classic. I didn't even get that. Oh, God, I didn't even get that window. It's fine. I'll figure it out. But what you want to do is you want to place a row of sign concrete on top of that row of brick. Whoopsies. Then at the left, you can actually bring this row of sign concrete here just up by an additional, like, 3 or whatever, so it touches that sign concrete so you have no gap. And then going left to right or right to left on top of this row here does not matter. Place 2 cyan concrete, 4 black stained glass panes, and 2 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time, and then, whoopsies, place a row of cyan concrete on top. Going back here, you want to place cyan concrete, 4 black stained glass panes, and then 2 cyan concrete. Hey, it actually kind of is centered. Copy that row one more time. This isn't going to stay centered for very long. And then you want to place a row of cyan concrete on top. This is where things start to get fun. Not really. None of this is fun. Let me... Oh, wait. This is the side that I'm on. I'm stupid. What you want to do now is you want to bring the 2 overhanging cyan concretes here. You want to bring them back by 7. So it'll be 1 short of the end of that, which is what you want. And then basically what you want to do is you just turn this into a kind of square. So connect this cyan concrete here, this back one up and then forward, and then just fill this rectangle in. I said square before, didn't I? It's a rectangle. Fill it in with cyan concrete. And then we have, like, most of the front done, which was not that long, although a lot of struggles for me. I've made a couple of errors, but it's fine. This is why we have editing, right? Editing is going to be fun. So I don't know if it'll actually fit on Share Factory, so I'm going to have to transfer it to my PC. Because Share Factory has an hour limit. Anyway, let's not try to waste any more of that hour, and come to the back right here in this brick block. You want to bring right 3 back by, how does math work? 9. And then, well, I can stop there. Bring these 3 brick blocks that are kind of parallel to the front, these 3 right here. You want to bring each one up with 17 cyan concrete. Which is a lot of cyan concrete. This is basically going to be the base height, though, for the rest of what we do. Most of what we have is 17. There is like a section or 2. I think that section directly across from us on the left will not have this, but this does. So there you go. You can place a row of cyan concrete along the base here of that brick. Then going front to back, place 2 cyan concrete, 4 black stained glass pane, and then 3 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. That's great. Didn't place that. Now, on top of this, you want to place 6 rows of cyan concrete. And then going front to back, you want to place on top of that 3 cyan concrete, 2 birch doors, and 4 cyan concrete. And then you want to do the same thing that you did before, so basically bring the back block up, top block at the front, back, and then just kind of rectangle this off. Is that actually just... No, it's still a rectangle. And then just fill in the middle with cyan concrete. Nice and simple. Like so. Now, you want to basically bring the row of cyan concrete below the birch doors right with 2 rows of cyan concrete that kind of just stick out, like this. Then extend that whole thing forward and backward by 3, and also make sure that it goes so it is in line with the wall, so it sticks out from the actual wall by 3. Like so. At the left, right, and back, just kind of, or I guess, sorry, front, right, and back, not left, right, and back, you want to place cyan concrete just to kind of give this a little bit more of an edge, like that. So you're not, you know, falling off the balcony. This balcony actually has doors. Thank you to somebody in my chat, I forget who it was, but somebody pointed it out to me that this existed, which is very awesome, because I would have gotten that wrong again. So come to the window, or you want to use the windows relation, rather, and you want to count to the cyan concrete row in front of it and count to the go up, or second row of concrete, I guess, instead, not column, not row. And then you want to come to the second row of cyan concrete below the balcony. You want to place an upside down oak stair. Leave a 1 block gap going back, place another one, and then a 2 block gap going back, place another one. These should be facing right, which is away from the wall. On top of them, you want to place oak stairs facing left, so towards that wall, which is really awkward to place. And then upside down oak stairs again, facing right, kind of to the right of that. Not kind of, actually to the right of that, like so. And that gives it a little bit of support. I don't know why these are like everywhere on this build. Anyway, from this you want to go, from the back of this section, you want to go right with a brick block. Or sorry, left with a brick block, not right. Back by 12. And then you can place 7 rows of cyan concrete on top of that. On top of that, yeah, that brick. If you want to just take this corner and just bring it up so it's as tall as this section, you can, just to get it out of the way, because it's kind of going to be weird. Anyway, going... Is it even? No. Going back to front on top of this, you want to place 4 cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, and then 5 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. And then when you hit the back on this top row here, you want to extend it back by... Do I have this written down? I was going to confirm that I had the number right, although I'm just going to assume that it is 3 back, an additional 3 behind, like so. I can just check by the supports, which I feel like I might not have the numbers for those. No, I can figure that out. On top of that, place 2 rows of cyan concrete. Like so. Then on top of that, going back to front, place 5 cyan concrete. 4 black stained glass panes, and then, what is it, like 6 cyan concrete. Like so. Copy that row one more time. And then place 4 rows of cyan concrete on top. Let's go. We got through 2 sides. Only 2 more to go. I don't know how long it's been. Like 30 minutes? It's going to be over an hour. It's not going to work. Share Factory is going to deny service. What you can do... I think I actually wrote this number down before I wrote the number down. No, I didn't. You want to take the bottom brick block here, and you want to bring it across the back by 21. If you want to add a block to that, you can. I'm not gonna. It's just gonna make things slightly more confusing if we do that, so I'll wait it out. Then place a row of cyan concrete on top of that, and then going from the unfinished side to the finished side, so right to left from my perspective, you want to place... Frick, I don't have this number written down. I think it's 6. I knew it was either 5 or 6. So it's 5 going right to left from my perspective. 5 cyan concrete. 1 block gap, and then the rest of the row wants to be cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. And then, really for the rest of the back, you're just taking this cyan concrete kind of squiggly zigzag shape and just bringing it all the way across to this point. So I'm just going to kind of make a little bit of a framework here so you can maybe understand it or maybe not understand it. I don't know. I'm kind of like wild with doing framework. I always understand it. Probably because I do it so much, and also if you're the one building it, it's like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. So basically, all you have to fill in is these like 3 sides here, and then obviously make sure to leave that gap there, that was there for a reason. I wasn't just like, yep, fill the wall in. No, it needs to be there. Back's fairly bland. Fairly empty, fairly bland. Nothing else to it. And then next up, things get a little bit more interesting. And you do need this underside here, too. Don't forget about that. But you don't really need to fill in the, that side over there, because that just kind of... You actually might have to fill in a row. Yeah, fill in a row at that, right side if you're at the back, left side if you're on the inside of it. So I'm not sure why you'd be on the inside of it. I say as I'm literally on the inside of it, but it's fine. This one's like an improvement from the old one by a lot. I should really include a thing of the old one, but I'm not going to do that because it's too much work. And then again, a row here at the left. You only need one. If you want to go more than that, then sure, be my guest. All right, nice. I suppose if you want to, at the back here now, going right from my perspective, you can just place another brick. If you didn't place that one earlier, don't forget if you did or not. Then bring it towards you by 1. And then again, right from my perspective, by 7. And then we'll stop there for now. Place a row of cyan concrete on top. And then going left to right or right to left at this back here, does not matter. Place 2 cyan concrete, 4 black stained glass panes, and 2 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. And then before you do anything else, get rid of your stripped oak logs and get out oak signs. And just kind of on the outside of on every single black stained glass pane, place an oak sign like so. There you go. Now you can bring this whole little ordeal up with cyan concrete until it is as tall as basically the rest of your back right now, which is, I think, like 17 rows is how many you need? 14, I was wrong. It's 17 total. Not bad. I can live with this build. And I can also live with how this tutorial's been, despite the amount of mistakes. I'm gonna, I think, slowly get better at, like, being, okay, I'm gonna just absolutely write an essay, and I gotta figure out which way I need to make it, because this I didn't really have a plan. Like, I need to, next time have a plan, like, okay, with Alpha 1, we'll just use, I don't know, it might not be Alpha 1, might be, it just depends on how things go. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start with the front, and then I'll do the right, for, like, fully, and then, you know, just keep moving around. Something like that I need to figure out. Alpha 1's gonna be a doozy, though, because Alpha 1's weird. Anyway, before we move on to the left side, come to the open window here at the back of this one, and you want to just kind of trace it up to the row, not the row directly below that kind of sticky yeti section, but one down, and you want to count left from my perspective by 2, place an upside down oak stair, 2 block gap, upside down oak stair, 2 block gap, upside down oak stair, and then you know the drill from here. Place the stairs facing towards the wall, and then the upside down stairs facing away from that, just like so. Moving on. At the right side, or left side, god dang it, you want to take this brick block and you want to bring it forward by 8. I keep doing the corners included, and it's really annoying me because it keeps screwing me up. Anyway, I'm going to use this number already. I'm going to do a big brain move. You want to place at the left, going up, 8 rows of cyan concrete. Now, extend, with the exception of the front block again, extend all this left with 2 rows of cyan concrete. Well, you make sure that's right. I'm going to make sure I have this number right, because I don't want to go through that again. I do, good. Let me also make sure I have this number in my head. Okay, it's 4, that's easy. Surround really the front, the left edge only with another little row of cyan concrete, like so. And then bring the back wall up with 4 additional rows of cyan concrete. I guess not really the back wall, the kind of left. You get the point. Then going back to front, place on top of that 4 black stained glass panes, cyan concrete, black stained glass panes, and 2 cyan concrete. Also, oh my god, is this image quality bad? Copy that row one more time. It's like horrendous. I don't know how it's so bad. And then place 3 rows of cyan concrete on top of that. I knew it was going to be correct anyway. Is it correct? That better be correct. If not, the entire thing's actually wrong and needs to be brought up by a row, I think. It's 3.5. That's interesting. Hold on, so is this wrong then? Or the windows wrong? No, the windows aren't wrong because that should be right. Okay, well I think everything's just short by half a row, which is not the end of the world. Yeah, that is the same. Yeah, just like bring everything up by half a row, or a row of cyan concrete from here. Everything that you've done, at least on the right, most of the right, front and back. Everything else is right mathematically. It's just this is off by a block. I just want to get this out of the way so I don't forget later, because that would be a bit of an issue. Anyway, count from the second row down from the back here. At the second block forward, place upside down stair. 1 block gap, upside down stair, 2 block gap, upside down stair, and then again do the same thing with the normal ones on top and then the upside down ones going out. Like that. From this corner brick block here, bring it left by 5. And then the entire thing up with what is 18 cyan concrete now. Do I have it as 17? Do I have my number wrong? I do have that number wrong. How do I have that wrong? That's unfortunate. Hold on, wait, what was the other thing that I... Back, top, 10 rows, stick back 2. That was also wrong? I think that stuck back by 3. That's great. Glad to hear I could literally be useless, right? This is 3. Yeah, that's 3. How did I... Let me confirm this. Okay, well... Wait, this should be at the right height. So that's 53. This is also 53. Okay, yeah, so I have it right. Sorry, I just have to double check, because I don't want to make a mistake and then be screwed up, you know? Or have the entire thing be screwed up. Going forward from this block here, you want to place this brick block. You want to place 5 brick blocks, oak plank, and then 3 brick blocks. Bring the oak plank up with the birch door, and the handle should actually be facing left. And then left of that, or I guess back, and then left of that oak plank, place an oak stair. Whoops, he's not upside down. On top of basically everything of this, except for obviously what you can't, place 6 rows of cyan concrete. Door will end up being 4. Like so. Going back to front, place a cyan concrete, a black stained glass pane, 3 cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, and 3 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. Let me go look at the other image too. That's the wrong way. Yeah, okay, cool. I just know it's above the door. Then place a row of cyan concrete. Next row up, going back to front, place 5 cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, and then 3 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. Place 3 rows of cyan concrete on top of this. Okay, so this would have helped me realize that number was wrong anyway. Then going back to front, place cyan concrete, black stained glass pane, and then, like, what is the number? 7 cyan concrete? Yes. Copy that row one more time, and then place 2 rows of cyan concrete on top of that. Now, this is where it gets strange. Take the top... I'm gonna just say a random number. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say 3. You probably don't need 3, but I'm gonna say 3. And you want to bring them forward by... Let me know this. Let me know this number. Wait, no, I have this written down. I have this written down. I know I have this written down. 6 cyan concrete moving forward. You only need the top 2 rows. I can confirm that. My notes say that. Which my notes have been wrong multiple times, but it's fine. Ignore that. Now we can basically create a nice C and fill in this wall. Not really fill in this wall, but I guess fill in this wall. From either, I guess, brick block, if you really want to do it this way, yeah, bring the kind of closest brick blocks here, left by 4, and then just connect them together. Like that. Place on top of that little C shape 6 rows of cyan concrete. Do I just not have this written down, or is this the weird one? No, this is not the weird one. I don't know what this is. Okay, I got it. Never mind. Going front to back or back to front on top of this left row. No, it does matter. Sorry. Place going back to front. 3 cyan concrete. Black stained glass pane. 8 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. See, the windows are easy for me. Place a row of cyan concrete on top. Going back to front. Place 3 cyan concrete. 4 black stained glass panes. Cyan concrete. Black stained glass pane. 3 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. Place a row of cyan concrete on top. Back to front, place 3 cyan concrete. 4 black stained glass panes, and then 5 cyan concrete. Copy that row one more time. And then place a row of cyan concrete on top. Like that. And then you can just make sure that the right and the left, or I guess the front and the back, rather, are just filled in up to that height with cyan concrete. Fairly simple, nothing crazy. And now it's roof time. Sort of. I'm going to make a few connections real quick before we do the roof. Like so. Now, what are these connections exactly? Well, they're fairly simple. This cyan concrete section at the front middle, this one's kind of our quarterback or our conductor. You want to take the top, we'll say like the top 4 rows. That seems reasonable. And just bring them back until you're in line with this, basically. You only need 9. I'm going to go 10 just because I can. You're going to need more eventually, so I might as well just go to 10. On either side. Now, take the left and the right and the kind of tall areas. That makes no sense. Are these not in line? 24. 24. Oh, no, they are in line. I'm just stupid. Wait, no, they're not in line. That's 25. Hold on. If this is the problem, then that's okay. So, this is a minor mistake, and I'm not going to make an edit for this because this was like 4 eons ago. Just take a row off of this that I told you to extend by 6. Extend it by 5 only. Yeah. And then you can connect that right and then the right-left. I'm going to do the top 4 rows on the left as well. And then, whoa, that's a different top 4. Never mind, it's fine. And then just, it will meet up with that, and it will kind of create a big, I don't want to say box. It's really not a box. There's nothing boxy about this, but it'll give you this, basically. So, yeah, that's kind of not too hard. Fairly easy, if you ask for my opinion. You need a couple of materials that you have, but I'm just going to say clear inventory because it'll make it easier. And get out cyan concrete again. Where do we even go? I'm going to say oak slabs, oak planks, oak stairs, mangrove slabs, mangrove planks, mangrove stairs. By the way, the roof is really weird. I just have to throw that out there while I'm in the middle of getting materials for said roof. Birch doors, and we'll go oak fence. We're going to have to do a little bit of a transition in the middle of this, and then we still have the garage to do. Let's not try to not forget that. So, let's start with some easy-ish sections. Let's start with this curved one, I think. Yeah, that'll be easy. Well, easy enough. So, what you want to do is you want to, at the left, you want to basically kind of find the top row of black stained glass painter. Top row, this is pretty easy, but I'm only saying this because you want to trace this left, and from the back here, you want to place, moving forward, 5 upside down oak slabs. Just had to make sure that number was right. And then from the other side, you kind of want to do the same thing, except you can't really go as far. Well, you do want to go as far. So basically, when you trace this through, you're just going to go to a second one out, and it'll be 4 out. No, 3 out, actually. Sorry, not 4. It'll look like 4 from that perspective. Now, you can bring each of those ones that overhang, kind of subjective how they overhang, in with an upside down oak slab. Then bring only the front one up with an oak slab, in with an oak plank, in with an upside down oak slab, up with an oak slab, in with an oak plank, and then it'll be in with an upside down oak slab with an oak slab on top. Like so. Bring the roof, all of that, only the right side up slabs and the planks back with just 2 of its mangrove variant. You don't do the upside down ones. That'll just cause chaos. And a lot of chaos you don't want. But speaking of chaos, it does kind of give you this, which is really annoying, but it's fine. Let's not forget the ends. Okay, I didn't forget the other end. Good. And then you can just bring the middle of this here up with cyan concrete so it fills that gap just right in. Oh, roof 1 down. We got this. Easy. There's like 7 more to go. Wait, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was close. At this section here, what you want to do is, let me get a more straight shot. That's a straight enough shot. The corners that you kind of have punched out of this section above the one that we just roofed, you want to place a mangrove plank. I somehow screwed that up and said oak. Bring that out with an oak plank, and then bring those bring those eggs, yes. Bring those oak planks forward and then inward by 1. Good lord, this is tough for some reason. Then go in with 2 upside down oak slabs. Bring each oak slab up bring each upside down oak slab up with a normal oak slab. Then go in with 2 oak planks from those normal slabs. In with 2 upside down oak slabs. Up with an oak slab on either one. Then in with 2 oak planks. And then the upside down oak slabs in the middle with oak slabs on top. You can just, I guess, fill in the front of this peak here in with cyan concrete, and this is correct, thankfully. And then bring the furthest right and furthest left these oak planks here just back until they touch a wall. This left one will be 1 block, and then I would actually fill in this gap with just 4 cyan concrete. So you don't have a gap because you don't want one. And then everything else will be mangrove planks back until you're in line with this wall. It will connect nicely with the back. The right side of this kind of quarterback section, as I called it earlier, you will have to add a couple more rows to. However, but this is fine. And then just, connect this roof to the section. That was really weirdly worded. Connect the roof to the section. Perfect. One thing I did with my old pre-alpha that I fixed on this one was this like back section that is not really a square, but also or not really a rectangle, but also a rectangle. It wasn't lined up. Now it is. I made sure it was, which is like really hard to do. You'd be surprised. Although, well, I guess with it looking good, lining up. But I was a lot more proficient with actually making sure that I was getting this one right. Which, it feels really good to make a better looking product. Like, my god, that old one was pretty bad. There you go, 2 down. Let's keep chugging along. Oh, we have the porch roof, so it was 7, I was right. Garage roof is, I think, pretty simple, so we can just throw that out the way. Basically, on top of the left and right row of rows of cyan concrete, you want to place row of mangrove planks on either side. Bring it out with a row of oak slabs that extend off the front by an additional 1. And then go towards each other with an oak plank. Then with an upside down oak slab. Then up with an oak slab. Then in with an oak plank, and then 2 upside down oak slabs in the middle with oak slabs on top. Fill in the front of this peak in with cyan concrete. And then bring the thing back. Now, you might hit this wall a little bit. That's fine. And then you will have to place an additional row of cyan concrete here just to kind of make this work. Not there. So, okay. As far back as this goes at the left, that's how far back you want to go. You don't want to just go until that. That was a mistake that I just, like, oversaw for a second there. But, yeah, just, like, stop at this section. If you want to even bring this cyan concrete all the way right, you can. Just so you have that marker out, so you're like, yep, let's not bring it further than that, because that's your little boundary line. We don't cross boundaries, guys. You know how it is. Another section down. Kind of chugging through these. These aren't too hard. Until we get to the main roof, that's going to be a struggle. We're going to do the garage roof real quick. Or no, not the garage, sorry. We're going to do the porch, and then we're going to transfer it into the garage. Place on top of either... nope. Yes, on top of either oak fence and oak plank. Bring it in with an upside down oak slab. Up with an oak slab, and you can bring each of those slabs in with an additional 1. And then connect the middle oak slabs together with a plank. Place an oak slab off of the both sides, actually. And at the right only, you want to bring that back. And then the rest of the peak will just be brought back with mangrove, including the upside down slabs this time with mangrove. I feel like the underside of this is actually oak, or it's some other block, but I couldn't get it, so I just went all mangrove, I believe. Not on the all mangrove part, that's why I did that. This oak slab to the left, I told you to not touch. Bring it back with an oak stair. Then you can bring this oak stair just all the way to the left with mangrove stairs until you're 1 short of this, where you want to place an oak stair. Bring either oak stair down with an upside down oak slab. Forward with an upside down oak slab, and then connect those upside down oak slabs together. It's kind of weird, I know. But it was the only way I could logically do it. At least for my brain. So don't say, oh, there's a better way. Yeah, I know there's probably a better way, but it's not my problem. Not my problem now. Alright, let's look at the left side. There it is. Okay. What you want to do is, off of the, actually just for fun, place a row of mangrove planks on top of the left row of this section. I don't know why we're doing it this way. Place an oak plank off either end, and then off the left, place a row of oak slabs. Now, for either oak plank, until you cannot, you want to go right with oak plank, 2 upside down oak slabs, bring either upside down slab up with a normal slab, 2 oak planks, 2 upside down oak slabs, up with an oak slab per each one, and then 2 oak planks going right. It'll give you this. I worded that really badly, by the way, I'm sorry, but that's what it should give you. Some of that roof is going to be a little weird. Just fill in the front and back of this, obviously, with cyan concrete, just so you don't have any holes. And then I would just fill in the roof. It's gonna cause some weird... Whoa, where did I screw that up? Oh, I just didn't... Okay, I'm stupid. Just, like, ignore that I made that mistake. That wasn't verbally, thankfully, this time. But I would just fill in the whole thing. You're gonna have to break, like, maybe 4 blocks or something. I don't know. It's not much. But it's a little bit, just to kind of get it right. This section's annoying. I'll tell you that much, because there's some weird things happening, which you'll see later. It'll happen a few times in this build, actually. This is the way I designed the roofs. There you go. Now, we have 2 roofs left, 3 roofs left to do. We don't have the section for the 1 yet, but let's start getting that ready. So, around the entire build, what you want to do is you want to place upside down oak slabs that surround the entire build. This entire, like, upper level of the build, I should say. It's kind of the large section where it kind of lines up and everything. Now, when you hit a point that is further out, you want to basically box it off. So what I mean is you'll see I'll hit the right side here, and then I'll go back. Instead of going in and following this pattern, I'll keep going back until I hit the back of the build. And then I'll just go across the back, and there's nothing interesting happening here until this section where I'll keep going. And then I'll still keep going until that section, which I'll actually line up from this one. And then I'll just go left, and then I'll connect back forward. This is where the weird thing happens. What I would say is break both these mangrove slabs here, turn the left one into a plank, and then the right one into an upside down slab, and also just make these upside down slabs. It'll give you that half a block of oak, which is really annoying, but I can't do anything about it. Unless you wanted to make this mangrove, but I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, there you go. That's what I mean by box it off. Now, we're going to have to destroy a few of these, but I'm just going to tell you to do this anyway. Just fill in those gaps with upside down oak slabs just to kind of have it filled in. We actually literally have to break like 3. I think exactly 3, actually. No, maybe 5. Or no, 6. I don't know where I got 5 from. But yeah, let's also do that right now before I forget. Because you know how I am. So I'm going to explain the roof pattern, and then I'm not going to do the whole roof, which is stupid, but I'll explain it after we do this thing here. The row above the, or the second row of cyan concrete above the windows here at the back left, this section right here. It has a balcony. Yeah. You want to, above the back row window, you want to place upside down oak stair, 1 block gap moving forward, stair, 2 block gap, stair. And then you want to do the same thing that you did every other time, except you want to keep going until you reach the top. Now, what I'd actually do is I'd just make a plank for the first one here, and then the outer one will be a stair, like so. Now, time to do that thing that's really stupid. Now, does this section, like, what does that section do? I need to check. Okay, it'll just connect into the roof, so we're fine with that. I'm actually not going to explain the roof just yet. We're going to make the roof for this front section here. So, why does it look misaligned? It's not. You want to place an upside down oak slab off the front corners. Bring it out by 1 and bring that, also those inner slabs, up 1. Then go in with a plank, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, in with a plank, and then in with an upside down slab with a slab on top in the middle, just to get that done. And then I'd fill in, again, the back of this beacon with cyan concrete, just to have it done. This section will end up connecting into the main roof. Now, for the main roof, I'm going to explain it real quick. Hold on, I have a good image of this, I swear. Actually, I'm not going to yet. I lied. Because I thought this was more than it is. Basically, what I'd tell you to do first is just take that quarterback section, that front one, and just bring it back on the left and the right by a little row of cyan concrete, which only needs to be 2 tall. And then going just in a block from the outer rim of the oak slab, a lot of it will be on cyan concrete, a lot of it won't. You want to place just mangrove stairs going around, and then again, make sure that it's always 1 block away from the edge, like this. It's fairly simple, there's nothing crazy happening here. And then it'll just connect back up at this side. Which that top row of cyan concrete will have to go back a few more, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. At the right side here, you want to place cyan concrete kind of up diagonally inward by 1 from this. And then you want to make it span the entire right of the build, but it kind of wants to stay inside of that mangrove stair boundary, like that. And then at the front, you want to place going left 8 cyan concrete. So you have a total of 9. I'm actually going to confirm this real quick. Cool, I did confirm it. Now going right to left on top of that, you want to place 3 cyan concrete, 2 birch doors, and then 4 cyan concrete. Get rid of your birch doors and get out black stained glass, because you need it. And you just actually want to bring all the cyan concrete up with 3 additional rows of cyan concrete, just real quick. And then bring the doors up with 2 black glass per door. Bring the cyan concretes below the birch doors out with 2 upside down oak slabs. extend it left 2 and right 1, and then just surround the outer edge of this with oak fence. Like so. What I would do now is I would basically make a kind of C shape of this, or I guess a backward C. So basically make the, place 4 was a cyan concrete on top of the right wall here, this little wall. It's kind of a weird wall. And then along the back I'd place 8 rows just going left. And then we'll connect this as we go. It's nothing crazy. Off the front 2 corners, place an upside down oak slab. Bring it out 1, and also that corner, that same one, up 1. Then go in with a plank, in with an upside down stair. Up with a stair, in with a plank, and then an upside down slab with a slab on top. Sorry, I said stairs, I meant slabs. It's same as the other one. I'm sorry I made that mistake. And then at the back, you want to do the same thing and also just place upside down oak slabs going back at the right side. Nope, that's too far. So it's just the same peak. Pretty simple. And then I would just fill this in with cyan concrete at the front and the back, just to have it done. And if you want, before we get crazy busy with the roof, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to fill in the right side of this roof that we just did in with mangrove slabs and planks, just to kind of connect together. And then I'll go straight to the top peak block. I'll include that. Just because I know this has to be filled in anyways blankly, so let's just get anything we can done, right? And then the other thing I'm going to do is, with the exception of the bottom floor, every other floor you basically want to block off the windows with cyan concrete. If it's the black stained glass or the birch doors, I just like to place cyan concrete directly behind it. Specifically with the birch doors, it doesn't really matter, but it just, it feels nicer to me to have it like that. Which is actually literally only those 2. Now for the actual, oopsies, I forgot a door. For the actual windows, I basically surround the blocks around them in cyan concrete, and then go another block back and do the cyan concrete, just to make it filled in. You can also change the windows to black stained glass if you want. I think the panes makes it look more consistent, but that's what it kind of gives you from the outside. These 2 windows here, I was looking at the wrong one. It is blue. It is in fact blue. You could also, if you wanted, and this is a little bit weirder, I almost did this, but I was like, nah, this is going to be too much. Basically kind of fill underneath the roof with cyan concrete, and just make sure that the bottom floor is covered in cyan concrete from the top, and you're good. Now, with the second floor at the front here, where you have the 1 block gap, leave the bottom of these 2 windows blank. Just leave it open, because that's going to be where the roof will, or the ceiling for that floor will kind of slide into, so it'll fill in that gap for you nicely. Oopsies. But it'll just be nice, and nice, I don't know. But yeah, if you want to wait till after and just, like, skip ahead, like, I don't know, maybe like a minute, then feel free, if you don't want to watch me do this right now. God dang it, I still needed that block. But I mean, yeah. It's nice to be redoing these, honestly. These are really fun to make tutorials on, despite the amount of pain and complexity there is. It's just kind of fun to, like, watch them go up and make these kind of weird shapes. It's always fun in tutorials to do those things for me. Despite the amount of difficulty it is. That didn't really make much grammar, but it's fine. But you know what I mean. It's just like, if you have the right notes and everything, it's fun to build. That's why I've always liked building Hello Neighbor stuff. Like, I've made so many custom houses. So many that have never even been on YouTube. And, yeah. Just like, I love building these kind of wacky things. That's why LN2 is fun, too. Townhouses are cool to do. I just, in general, I like furnishing those big rooms. It's kind of fun. Sometimes it's painful. Terraforming is painful. I'll tell you that much is true. And there's a lot of that. But, yeah. Also, for anybody who's still watching right now, and hasn't skipped ahead, it's been more than a minute probably at this point. Revived version 1.1 is going to be absolutely crazy. we already know roughly what it's gonna be, and it's not gonna be a ton of new stuff, unfortunately. You might get some Hello Neighbor 2, maybe, but there's some other things that I'm not going to, I guess, leak yet, because they're kind of that crazy. Although I will say they have been, I guess, publicly announced to an extent, not from me. But they have been. So there you go. There's all the windows boarded off. Fairly easy. Now, the roof pattern makes no sense. It's stair, upward diagonally with a slab, then in with plank, then up diagonally with stair, and then just it keeps repeating that way. So basically, as you do this, you want to take these two sections and you want to kind of just bring the walls back as you go. So, actually doesn't really matter yet, although I do want to bring the top block here. So it'll just be, again, the mangrove slabs kind of inward diagonally upward from the stairs. Just kind of going where it needs to. You're not going to have to worry about the right side, thankfully, because the right side's cringe. I don't know why. I'm just picking on the right side. And then make sure you bring this roof back as you go. This left, or this kind of center, the one that I keep calling the quarterback, that one's so important to this. Because you bring the opposite down oak slabs back, that row of slabs that we just placed, you're going to have to break these end slabs and just make them oak planks. Again, it gives you that half block, but I can't do anything about it. Then row of planks inward from that, and then that's going to be, I believe, what do I make overrun? Hold on, let me just like quickly fly up. Okay, I make the mangrove planks go behind the oak instead of the oak go through the mangrove, if that makes sense. And then again, as you go, just kind of keep in mind this section's here and how high this roof is. I'm gonna just like bring this in a set amount of blocks. I don't know, something random. It might not line up, it might line up, we'll see. And then when you reach this next row of stairs going inward diagonally upward like so, is this correct? Let me just confirm this real quick too before I screw with anybody. If it's right, then you won't be seeing this. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is right. It is stairs and then slab. So it's basically just stair, slab, plank. That's the pattern you're going with. And then for this one, it'll just be the slabs will come forward and then the planks will basically stop it. The mangrove planks from the front roof will stop it. Like that. And same thing on the other side. My god, I need water, but I'm not getting up for water because we're so close to finishing. True dedication. Just remember, I put my throat on the line for this video. But yeah, this is kind of wild, honestly. I feel like I'm going to run out of time in a minute here. Especially when we do the fencing. And then the next row of slabs will just kind of go around with the stairs, la la la. And then connect up with slabs at the front. So that one's pretty easy. And then the next is the planks, which will actually do the same thing. And then the stairs after that will just kind of go straight around in a square. Rectangle, not square. I think those stairs will not be affected yet. And then you'll have the same issue with that roof that you had with this one, connecting with doing the weird plank thing, although it might actually work out differently. No, it'll still be to a slab. And again, this row of stairs will go all the way around this rectangle. It's not a square. And it won't... It will just connect into that roof, basically. It'll just keep connecting into that roof. This right roof. It doesn't ever stop connecting to it. Which might actually not be game accurate. I'm not positive on that. That's the only thing that I really cannot give you. But I feel like it does connect to it. I feel like it does keep connecting. Also, let me confirm that I actually am not telling you lies. Good, I'm not. And then again, the slabs is next. And these are the slabs that will get affected. So it'll be, again, the oak planks on the ends here, and then it'll just be around the normal way. And then you'll keep going until you have... I want to say you end on stairs. I don't actually know. Okay, you end on so you end on slabs, and then it'll be 3 rows of planks in the middle. So you're basically going until you literally cannot. Because the next would be stairs, and you can't really put stairs in a 1-block gap like that. So, yeah, and then this is where the mangrove... Wait, no, this is... Okay, this planks, never mind. But yeah, this is not the plank that matters. And then again, these slabs will come back, and then these stairs will say, no, you're not going much further, and cut them off. I actually went on the wrong block there. You didn't see it happen, though. You're basically always going inward. And then only going upward when it seems logical. I.e. the stairs and only the stairs and slabs, I guess. Can't forget about the slabs. And next is the planks, which I think will get overrun by the slabs. Or no, the next is the slabs, but the planks have to come over. I meant that different than I said that. And this is what I think would be the last row of slabs. Yeah, once you hit 5 slabs, it'll be the end. And then you'll just fill in with planks. Which actually works perfectly. It'll give you kind of like a T shape, and that T just needs to be all mangrove planks. Which is pretty convenient, if you'd ask me. And then we have the garage to do. And then we're done. The exterior. There you go. It's kind of a weird pattern, but it gave me the right incline, so I'm like, okay, no complaints, gonna do it. You need only a few materials for this. They are block of quartz. By the way, I am showing you how to make the fence. I should elaborate on that. Polished deep slate slabs and polished deep slate blocks. And then polished black stone buttons. And the garage, you want to, between these two brick blocks, just connect with polished deep slate blocks. Wait. You also need polished deep slate stairs. Thankfully, that was not the stair row, though. Bring that row of blocks forward by 1, and then it will extend left and right by 1, so my grid's rowing is solid. Forward with a row of stairs, and then forward with a row of slabs. Then you can fill in behind this in this little 6x3 gap. Just block of quartz, and then the top row wants to be polished blackstone buttons going in front of it like that. Now, that's your pre-alpha house done. If you want to build a fence, we're actually going to start off with something very simple. Just get out beehives and light blue terracotta. We're going to do something on the porch real quick. And that is at the 3 oak planks here, kind of behind the fences on the left, you want to place 2 beehives moving right. In the back left-hand corner, place 2 light blue terracotta moving up. Like that. Now, just get out. You can clear inventory and get out birch fence. You also get the car. Oh my god, neighbor car tutorial, unheard of. And you get... We're going to start with birch fence for now, actually, just to get it out of the way. So, actually, let's make the car. I lied, because the car I need. You need, for the car, red concrete. You can actually use red wool, which I'll show you why in a second here, because you need red carpet, white carpet, white wool, white concrete, quickest way to run out of materials, black stained glass panes. I don't know why I use black for this, but okay. And then we shall go mangrove buttons. And let me check what the front buttons are. I think they're birch, and then I think there's a stone in the middle. Yes. So I'll just get out birch buttons for now, because you can't get out stone because you don't have the inventory space. So, in the garage, unfortunately this isn't centered, so OCD trigger. The count to the 4th one from the right, so this one right here. And you want to break 3 moving left. So you're going to have 2 at the left, 3 on the right. Replace them with red concrete. Moving forward at the left and the right, place a white concrete, 2 red concrete, white concrete, and then a red concrete. And you can connect the red in the middle together. At the left and the right of the white concrete, place mangrove buttons. I'd say connect the 2 white concretes together with red concrete. And then at the... Hold on, let me make sure there's not a window in the back. I forgot about this, so I don't have a good image of this. Okay, there is a window in the back. You want to bring each back white concrete up with a white wool. Then place 2 black stained glass panes moving forward from either white wool, and also I'd connect the front panes together with panes and the white wool together with also panes. Okay. Get rid of those black stained glass panes and get out a spruce stair for like 6 seconds. Place a spruce stair, and really the only gap available, this front one here should be a red concrete, so it'll be just kind of in between all the panes. Get rid of that, get out either barrier, structure voids, or string. Does not make a difference which one you pick. I'm going to use structure voids. Place a structure void on that spruce stair, and then on top, and On top of that 3x3 area, place a 3x3 of white carpet. Place red carpet on top of the front, red concretes, and then at the very front, place a birch button on the left and the right, and then a stone button in the middle one. Clear your inventory again, although you do still need the birch fence, because we're going to do that. And you want to... Left of the car here at the front block, I believe. Yes, the front block. You want to leave a 1 block gap. Going left, place 11 birch fence. Then go back with 50. And then come back to the front, because we're just going to connect across the back instead. Leave a 1 block gap right of the front of the car and place 6 birch fence. Leave a 3 block gap, then place 27 fence. And then you go back to 50 and just connect it across the back, which I'm not going to count any of this. Ooh, that was really bad. That was really far off. Like so. That's the fence space, in case you just want to use this. Which you can see it goes outside the grid, which I really hate that concept. But it's fine. Let me get, images of the around area, because I didn't do that, I forgot. Alright, now that I think I know what to make for the sides here, you want to come to the front, and you want to get out, hey, guess what, birch fence again, my favorite. You also need smooth quartz slabs, or a singular one, mangrove signs, cauldrons, smooth stone slabs, beehives, and a black stone wall, which I'll explain that in a second. That one's a little weird, and I don't like it very much, but whatever. Come to the row of 6 birch fence, and you want to come to the third to the right, so from the kind of doorway area, you want to count left by 3, actually, so it's the 4th one. And then forward 2 and place a birch fence with a smooth quartz slab on top. Right of the smooth quartz slab, place a mangrove sign. On the other side of the fence, you want to count to the 7th fence, so 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. And in front of it, place a cauldron with a smooth stone slab on top. Count forward 1 and right 2 and place a beehive. Actually, that should be forward 1 more block. I'm not cutting that out. That's not important enough for me to cut out. So I just forward diagonally right by 2. From that cauldron, instead what you want to do is now you want to go, ironically, forward 1 and left 2 and place a cauldron with a black stone wall on top. That's supposed to be a trash bag. I had no better way to do it, so it's there. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Come to the back. Now, I'm not showing that, I guess, apparently. Come to the back to the boarded up window, because there's a pile of crap here. What you want to do is you want to, from the corner of the wall to the fence, you just want to place a line of beehives. Take the back 3 and connect and bring them left with an additional 1, and then take the middle of that and bring it left with an additional 1. Take the back kind of middle left beehive, this one right here, and place a beehive on top. And go forward diagonally to the right with another beehive. You put 1 block in, moving forward, place another beehive, and then I think that's all the beehives you need to place. Get out as well. Now you can clear inventory and get out spruce stairs, spruce trap doors, mangrove slabs, mangrove doors, and dark oak trap doors and glass blocks. And on top of the beehive that's basically like touching the wall, you want to place a mangrove door on the left face of it. Bring that beehive back with an upside down mangrove slab with a mangrove door on top. Place on top of this beehive here a mangrove door on the front side of it, so the beehive kind of behind that. Also, you need mangrove trapdoors. I forgot about that. And at the back side here, you just want to place kind of a 2x2 of mangrove trapdoors that want to be closed up against that like that. Holy, I know, but whatever. Place mangrove slabs on top of that, just like that. And then apparently my explanation skills have gone out the window. You want to place below the 2 mangrove trapdoors that are closest to the wall, you want to place 2 spruce trapdoors that are opened up against that. Going back from that, place 2 upside down spruce stairs from the bottom one, 2 normal spruce stairs from the top one that are all facing right, and then a little row of spruce trapdoors, like so. Come to this little kind of corner where you have the open window, and kind of in this corner, I guess between the boarded up and the closed one, you want to place 2 glass blocks, and then on the back side and the top, you want to place dark oak trapdoors and make the ones on the back side open and the one at the top, I guess, closed. And then give you that. It has a little bit of a frame. I think it's actually, it might be white. I don't know. I made it dark oak because I was like, yep, that's the right color. It might not have been. I'm going to assume this window goes here. It's a wild guess. Well, yeah, I saw that end got a little bit bad. I've been tutorializing this for way too long. But, yeah, what you've done, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Hello Neighbor pre-alpha remake tutorial exterior complete. My god, is that a mouthful. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know what you guys think of this one in the comments, and in comparison to the old one, will be a whole thing revived about that as well. That'll be very fun and exciting. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Whoopsies. Peace.